Hey, I'm Roger Parent, aka Chief Marketing Dad. So let's talk about the e-commerce metrics that really matter. I'm going to give you 7 metrics that I monitor daily, and then 5 metrics or buckets of metrics that I like to look at periodically, like kind of quarterly typically. So first up, daily, I want to see your total ad spend by day. It is nice if we could split it out by platform, branded, non-branded, prospecting versus remarketing. We want all that visibility too, but it's really most important that we see your total ad spend daily. The second is your total revenue daily. Duh, right? We want to see how many sales you're bringing in day to day. But the third metric here is the most important, which is MER, the marketing efficiency ratio. That is your total revenue divided by your total spend. This cuts through all the noise of attribution. If I want to try a test on YouTube ads, for example, Google ads may not attribute that revenue well to YouTube, but by looking at MER and total revenue and total spend, I can cut through all the noise of attribution and see, did the business see an improvement in revenue when we started spending more on YouTube ads, just as an example. So MER cuts through a lot of the noise of trying to say, hey, this social platform got a 2-to-1 ROAS, and this one got a 3-to-1 ROAS, and this video or display says it got an 8-to-1, but that's all view through revenue. It's a mess, right? No platform does attribution truly well. So I try to simplify, cut through the noise, and look at MER. Fourth metric, where MER can sometimes be misleading, is the fourth metric is new customer acquisition cost. Sometimes you juice revenue up just because you ran a sale or just because you sent out a really good email, but that doesn't mean that your marketing channels all of a sudden became more efficient and we should just spend more money because you're running a sale, right? Because you're losing margin dollars if you run a sale. So new customer acquisition costs gives me a better pulse for how the actual marketing is doing and making sure that we are acquiring new customers for the brand and really growing the brand versus just milking the existing base that's there. That's a really good metric to keep an eye on daily. The fifth one here is conversion rate. Want to make sure that nobody breaks the website. It happens all the time. Something happens, we launch a new product, the website merchandising changes, conversion rate drops. Or a developer changes something, doesn't realize they broke something else, conversion rate drops. Or we make a change and conversion rate jumps. We have to know that. So conversion rate is something that is really meant to, we always want to be trying to optimize our conversion rate. Next is AOV, average order value. So we want to make sure that we're pushing good AOV. Are we cross-selling and upselling maybe accessories to our product? Are we pushing our higher margin, higher value products through marketing? AOV is just a good metric to monitor alongside conversion rate, because sometimes our conversion rate jumps up just because we're selling refill packs on something or just these little accessories for 20 bucks. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're banking a ton more dollars as a business. It just means that our conversion rate is sort of artificially up. So AOV alongside conversion rate is really important. The last isn't really a metric, but I always want to see a log of website changes. Too often, clients and development agencies and everyone who's got their hand in the cookie jar is making changes to the website, and they don't realize the impact of the changes they make. Even e-commerce professionals will make changes but maybe not understand the context of the business. So people should have a centralized place to log the changes they're making with the dates. Simple as that. Just so that if conversion rate jumps down, we can very quickly look at like what changed that day. Or is it just like an anomaly? So those are my 7 daily monitored things primarily. Periodically, or typically quarterly, I want to look at these 5 things. 1, cost of goods sold. I want to see, our goal is to maximize profit for the business, not just top line revenue, but real profit dollars, right? So by looking at cost of goods sold, I can back into gross profit or gross margin dollars and understand what the sweet spot is for investment levels on our advertising channels. So we just want to make sure that our COGS aren't changing big time from quarter to quarter, and that we're adjusting our marketing spend or marketing allocations accordingly if those costs on the back end do change. If you've been able to reduce your shipping costs by 20%, Great. That means we have a lot more to work with to scale the business through marketing. So these things should all play together. Next is post-purchase survey results. So we want to look at our post-purchase survey because that, along with that attribution issue I described earlier, post-purchase surveys allow the customer to tell us what influenced their decision directly. So a lot of times I'll see, hey, YouTube is getting a 1-to-1 ROAS in platform, but the post-purchase survey, 40% of people are saying they found us on YouTube. So that's really powerful information to know. We might want to scale spend that looks like it's not performing because all of our customers are saying, hey, we found you on YouTube just because we happen to click on organic at the end, or we happen to get hit by a Facebook remarketing ad that was the last click before I purchased. I came in because of YouTube. And just because our attribution tools aren't valuing that high enough doesn't mean that that's not your most valuable channel. So the post-purchase survey is really, really valuable information. You're missing out if you don't have that. Third is lifetime value. So we want to just understand the lifetime value of your customer. If you have a good lifetime value, sometimes you want to acquire a customer at a break even, and then we just know they're going to come back in 2 months or 3 months or whatever, and then we're really going to win, right? So depends on the type of business here. Some businesses, e-com businesses, are one and dones, and some are really heavy lifetime value subscription style brands. So because of that wide variety, it's important to understand what is the real lifetime value of our audience and just shore that up every quarter. Fourth is product sales. E-commerce, I'm really honing on e-commerce here, but product sales, I just want to know which products are working and not working, what their sell-through rates are, really what are we learning about what people are really buying. Are they buying this product over this product for some sort of reason? If so, we might want to develop more like this product. And then the last thing is demographic sales. It's really just understanding our audience, right? So quarterly, I want to deep dive into who's our audience, what age range, and what likes and dislikes do they have? Where are they in the country? Are they southern, northern? Is it cold weather there? Is it hot weather there? What are they into? What social media platforms do they use? And what are their likes and desires, right? So demographic information quarterly is good to dive into just to ensure that when we go to do our marketing, that we are constantly speaking the language of our people, right? And hitting on them appropriately. So yeah, that's 12 different metrics there. I hope that helps.